Today is the summer solstice. The cycles of Earth, the cycles of life, riding through the cycles with ease and grace. This happens every year that we reach this point where we have the same time, length of day. This is the longest day where we start going back in the other direction. It's not the same, that's equinox. But when we have the longest, most light in the day, and then we start going into the darkness once again. How do you handle when the cycles change and things start getting dark? How can you ride through those transitions, those cycles with more ease and grace? For example, in your business, there are things that are seasonal, that are cyclical. How can you follow through and plan ahead for these things? This is something I am learning to do better myself, to plan and actually take advantage of those cycles that happen. So let's do a little bit of biofield tuning for that. So when I think about changes that come and how it goes like, it can be a stressful response. So think about a cyclical change that happens, something that requires you to take action, do you have a stressful response to it? And so, thinking about the biofield tuning, it's like there's a closing that happens. And really allowing that closing energy to be there. So what comes up now is, when I resist something, then it solidifies it. It gets it stuck. When I allow myself to take what feels like it is and then be with that, and then that enables it to start to shift. So thinking about this resistance to change, resistance to cycles, is like, okay, so just allow that to be. And thinking about that, there's nothing wrong with it. So when I think about judgments, when I think it's like, I shouldn't do this, then I have a judgment about it. It's like, I'm not, it's not good that I feel that way. It's good, not good that I'm doing that. So it's like, okay, so just having some love and acceptance and compassion and understanding for that. And whatever the cycle is that you're talking about, because there's a lot of cycles in life. There we go. So allowing that to start to shift. Instead of this closing energy, now there's this just a little bit of opening. And again, understanding that these cycles are natural, that they happen. This is the way life is. This is the way business is. Thinking about a cycle that we all have every day. A cycle of waking in the morning and then sleeping at night, and then waking in the morning and sleeping at night. We don't resist it. Just like mostly we don't resist the turning of the seasons, because it happens all the time. There's nothing I can do. I can't stop it. I can't control it. But looking at the other things that happen in a cyclical manner that maybe I do have some resistance around. And so starting to allow that energy to be able to shift and move. And then to be able to take that energy that went from resisting and closing to being with it and accepting it. Now, let's actually move it forward. To actually take advantage of the cycles. to use the cycles to my benefit? How can I take advantage of what is happening anyway? There we go. And then to have that go into outward movement. Thinking about marketing, right now, this week I'm in a class about marketing and how there are things that I need to schedule, that I need to do so that everything runs smoothly, cycles. There are things that I need to do to be able to keep the cycle going. And if I don't, that's when things fall apart. If I am not being consistent with my marketing, then am I going to get consistent, desirable results? No. But if I am resisting doing it, which is something I have, then business is not going to go very well. So to get into that consistent cyclical nature, including seasonally, because that's what being consistent with marketing requires, is like following the natural cycle. There we go. So when I talk about that kind of goes back into this closure again, and then allowing that to shift and be more open. So since I'm taking it to marketing, if you in your business are doing marketing or need to be more consistent in marketing, or have to figure out things about marketing or get support, whatever it is that's going on for you associated with this, let's help there be more energy flow and movement so that there can be that progression, that creating something that grows. Because ultimately that's what marketing is about, right? You do what you need to do, and then there's an expansion, there's a growth, there's a reward, there's more clients, more customers, because you're doing what you need to do for marketing. So when I say that, there's a I'm not sure how this works, I don't know. And with me learning to become more consistent in marketing myself, right? This is there are elements of, I don't know how to do this. So moving through and then getting someone to help. That's what I'm doing, to help me do the things that I don't know how to do or I'm not comfortable with. So to get assistance. It's really hard to do all these things by yourself. Even if you're well established in business, it can be hard. So and taking this and moving it forward so that there's progress, expansion in your business. And thinking about, again, the solstice, the cyclical nature, moving forward, creating more of what I want. There we go. Now it opens up. The field opens up. When I'm in a place of closure, when it comes to anything that I need to do in my life or in my business, right? It's just like my vision comes down. So when I am able to be with what is, to do, then my perspective can move forward. I can look out into the future. There we go. If you want to do some of this work with me, some healing work, get some support for what it is you want and need to do, then let's talk. I am Sandra Lee, intuitive sound and energy healer. Healers and coaches start making real money. When they stop marketing from strategy and they start marketing from purpose. How can something cyclical like marketing be fitting you, who you are, doing it in a way that it is in alignment with you? I know this is an area where I have in the past needed to do something because other people said, and it didn't work for me. Finding a way that does work for me makes such a difference. How can we help you find what works for you? Thank you. Look forward to talking to you soon. Next week, next Thursday at 12 p.m. is the Map Mini again. So have a great day.